Okay. So we got to get all of this on Instagram today after the show. And we have to get the apps, all that good stuff on there. I like that. So,
we need a mic for the guests.
yeah, he needs a hand mic. You have to move up to make sure we get all the content. You can slide the chair up. Like this. All right. You got the headphones on? Can you hear yourself? You can hear yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got to move up close to the mic so we can hear you when you get asked the question.
Okay.
All right, you good? Everybody's comfortable?
Yeah.
Make sure you're not eating while we talking, man. You can't eat and talk. I might ask you a question and you spitting food out and stuff. That's not how this works. Food is not supposed to get spat out on this show. Okay, so I can start the show?
Yes.
Do we have art today? Do we have anybody that's representing the arts? Anybody got anything that they would like to tell the public? A song?
I'm a good artist.
A poem? Any dance moves?
Ooh.
No dance moves? Okay, no dance moves. But we need art, so we missing somebody. We need somebody to be art. Chris, we can take Chris, but I don't mind. Anybody else have any art they do? All right. Well, I'll take over the art section. I have some stuff I want to say to the public.
I know how to draw.
You got to bring the art up so we can see it. All right, so let's get the show started. We can't be, because the camera is actually on. We're being recorded. This is live. Okay. Yeah, they see you. I got millions of viewers too. They see you. Yeah. So, all right. So this is PSA, Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday. Takeover Love, Support, Grace, Social Activism, Resources, and Art. I am the assist. African Support and Strength, Inspiration and Success Together. Shout out to Nick. Raw Canada. What is going on? So that is basically the engineer. So what Toop is doing in there, he will basically be the programmer, the engineer. So he makes sure that we can hear ourselves. That's the reason why we hear the headphones, so you can know that what you're saying, you can hear it yourself, and then that's how the people are going to hear it. But also, he can bring music in so we can know. We can tell him, like, yo, we want to go in or come out with music. He can alert us to stuff. Like, he could be telling me, like, this is the news or the guest is in the back, or you can do all of that stuff, via the headphones. So that's one of the reasons why the headphones are important. But the most important thing about the headphones, so you can hear yourself. You know how you're going to sound when people hear it back. So the other thing is, before we get to our guests, as the host, so are you going to introduce yourself today? You going to let the people know who you are? How? You the host. You can't not introduce yourself. You're the host. It doesn't work like that. So you can't be eating food because, look, I went to my co-host who is failing miserably. If y'all can't see for yourself, the world can see you. They can see you live failing, not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you're the host. Let everybody know who you are.
All right, I'm Walid. Y'all might know me from the last show. I was on the show for a lot of years.
Yeah, he's a returning, friend of the show.
I was retired for a little bit.
He was retired. I didn't know you could be retired at that age, but we're not going to go off on a tangent on that. So we have a guest host. He don't have a mic, so you got to turn the mic around to him. Oh, you got the mic. Let us say something so we can know we can hear you in our headphones.
Boom.
We can hear you. All definitely. Right. You sound good. So let everybody know who you are.
I'm Hassan.
Okay. So like I told y'all last week, like when I come on, I have my, I guess you can call it spill or like my intro, my thing that I do. Like everybody don't have to have like a spill or saying like one of mine is that's what we doing out here. That's one of my catchphrases. I put it in the comments. I say it at the end of the show. So you want to have something as a way to identify you, so people can remember you, like a name or a saying that you say or just how you open up the show. So that's how I open up the show. Y'all can keep that in mind for when y'all doing y'all show. Definitely don't want to be eating during the show if you're the host. The host has to talk if we haven't gone over those definitions. Like maybe I didn't do that. I didn't tell everybody that the host has to talk. He can't just stand on camera. So we want to get to our guests. So we asked 3 questions on this show. We're going to help prepare you for your guest appearance. So we asked 3 questions. One is, Who are you? So you don't gotta answer yet. Just kind of keep it in there. Take it in. Who are you? The other question we ask is, what is your resource? Like, what is something that you bring to the world that you think helps people or can help people? Okay. So something that you already do that you think helps people, or something that you want to do or you're planning to do that helps people. That's how we're going to define a resource. Okay. So the first thing is, who are you? The second one is, what is your resource? And the third one is, why do you do what you do? So you're going to tell us a little bit about you, and then you're going to tell us what's the thing that you offer the world that's so great, and then you're going to tell us why. Now we're going to work on this. We have a lot of time, so we're going to help you with your answer as the guest. So, and there's some people that know you, so we can probably go around and say, well, who is she? Are you okay with that? If we ask some people that know you? All right, cool. So, and then the guest, he's not helping. He's just here. Me and you, we're going to have the interview. He's not the guest, the other host. I don't really know what he's doing right now. I don't know if he's gonna make it at the end. We might have another host by the end of the show. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, because you are not paying attention. You are not helping to prep our guests. We would usually do this before the show, but I kind of want to let people know how it works. So if you had a guest, this is how you will prep your guest. The social media manager would usually be the person who would reach out to the guest, send them an email if we got a card, whatever their email number is. Let them know when we have the show on Tuesday. It's a live show. They can come into the show, and then they email us back and forth times that work for them. And then once we set a time, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. If I run into you, it's no hard feelings. I just let you know. It's an open date. Whenever you want to come be on the show, there you have it. So that's the social media manager would probably do that. We all could do it. I do a little bit of that myself. So, would you like for us to ask the people? Or would you like to start off like?
You can ask the people.
Oh, you want the people's opinion of who you are. You bold. You must be a pretty good person, because a lot of people, I don't think they would do that. They wouldn't make that choice. They would kind of guide people to what they want them to say. But I love it. So does anybody in the crowd know this young lady, this guest that we have on the show today? We do. Can you would you like to come on camera and tell us, or would you like to just get the microphone?
Oh, out of all people, you chose her.
You gotta come on the camera to get the microphone.
So what you gonna do? Are you coming on, or you gonna, because you gonna have to step back? You might be on camera. You don't know. So, who is she?
She is my little cousin.
Okay.
Who taught me how to make rubber band bracelets.
Okay, that's a good job. I like that. So, does this young woman have a name? Because I don't introduce people. Would you like for her to say your name, or would you like to introduce yourself?
I'll introduce myself.
All right. Hold on the mic. Can you give the young man back the mic? Make sure you duck so people don't see if you don't want to be on camera. All right. So can you tell the people your name?
My name is Tamaya.
And what part of the city are you from, Tamaya?
Well, I was born in Harrisburg, but
Okay,
I moved
okay.
to Philadelphia when I was a baby.
When you was a baby, what classifies a baby? Because I can tell people you are a baby now. Like, she's a baby.
Oh my
I know you're not a baby, like a wham cry baby, but
Around I think 2 years old.
2 years old. That's a baby.
2 or 3.
Do you remember anything from 2 or 3?
No, not really.
Not really. How did you think the move went? Have you been enjoying yourself in Philadelphia, or you long to go back to Harrisburg?
Well, I have been enjoying myself actually.
Okay.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you are from Southwest? Would you say you from Southwest?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you had to think about that. Like, what? You from Southwest? What? You had to think about that. You from Southwest. Make sure you say that with like this. Like, yo, I'm from Southwest.
I'm from Southwest.
Yes, thank you. See how I loved how that came out. So, all right, so we have your name. We got your name right. Do you have any Instagram handles or any social media stuff? I feel like it's some hidden stuff the way your eyebrows went up. But okay, let us know. Do you have any social media?
I have 3 social media.
3 social. How old are you?
I'm 11.
That's you the guest. I can't. No judgment as a host. So you can't judge.
TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Okay. Are you active on social media?
I don't really post, but I scroll.
You scroll? Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. So, all right. So we have your name. We know that you are a transplant from Harrisburg. We know that. You are from Southwest Philly. You teach people how to make rubber band bracelets. A family member at that. That's that. Listen, I like that stuff. They're working together as a family. You can't have stuff that and she don't have it, and then it's an issue. And it's like, so no. I want to make sure you got it too, and you know how to make it yourself. So when you're not around me, you can make your own.
I got one on me right now.
See, it's kind of elaborate. I thought y'all thought it was some other type of flimsy stuff. Nah, this is good stuff. They can probably sell that. Maybe.
I do plan on starting my own
Mike,
business.
you gotta so we can hear you. You gotta know.
I do plan on starting my own business when I make more bracelets.
When you make more bracelets. So this business, see now we learning some stuff. We get in there. So we know her name.
Mm-hmm.
We know where she represents. We know that she's a transplant, but she's really from Southwest. Her family, I know her family, so I know it's both going on. There's some folks from Harrisburg and then Southwest. You know, it is what it is. So we understand that she teaches her family member how to make jewelry so they can have their own jewelry. So when they're not around, they can still have their own jewelry. She wants to start her own business. So what type of business is this? Do you want to do like a stand, like pop-up shop type stuff? Do you want a brick and mortar, like a corner store? You just want to sell it online? What do you want to do?
I actually have been trying to figure out how I would do that. Like,
You
I
missed the
have been
financial
wanting
literacy.
to start a stand and or go around in the neighborhood and see if people want to buy a bracelet or sell it online. I'm kind of in between, but it's kind of hard to choose.
Okay, so I would say, if y'all don't mind, one, you missed the financial literacy. We had two people in here that twerk about all of that stuff. But the good thing is they are a part of my network. The network is very important. So we can touch it. We can touch base with them, find out what's the best way for you to go and sell your jewelry. Mm-hmm. I would say do like it's summertime, so do like a stand, like pop-up shops. There's different events that go on through the summer. Z know about them. If she want to tell you about them, she knows. She knows where the resource event's at. Oh, you could go down Clark Park every Saturday, right? Good. Clark Park has a pop-up thing goes on every Saturday. You can go down there and vend, because that's what it would be called. You're vending. So I'm thinking pop-up shop and online. But we'll talk to some more experienced financial people to get your business started. You know they got a business called Reps? They never told you about Reps? Damn, they didn't want to cut you in? That's crazy. Family, it's bad. Nah, but don't worry about that. I'm just playing. So we know a number of things about our guests. We know one thing. Our host has no questions for our guests. He hasn't asked anything.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Do you have any questions for our guest, young man?
I know everything about her.
Oh, but that's not the point. We're doing an interview so the public can know more about her. It's not just about you knowing everything. Or you hoarding the information. She might be a joy to the whole world, and you're keeping it all to yourself. That is not fair. That sounds like rugged individualism to me. So, do you have a question?
Why did you want to start your business?
Great question.
Well, no.
1 minute. Hold on. I apologize for interrupting you, but my guest and my guest host, they are talking and moving around
His mic was off.
After they asked the question.
My mic was off.
Okay, but she heard the question. So the thing that you would probably do is like point to Z, like, yo, my mic off, while paying attention to the person who you just asked the question. Because remember, you're on TV. This is being recorded. People are watching it and they will watch it later. So you got to always be mindful that the viewers are watching. So if you ask her a question, you can't start talking to him while she's trying to answer the question. So when you have some technical stuff going on, you can kind of point to the social media manager like while still paying attention. So you got to do more than one thing. So I was like, yo, so he's not going to fix it. We're not going to get on him. He's okay though. He's okay. We're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. He's a good guy though. He's a good guy.
That's
so,
really a good guy.
Can you tell us why you wanted to start your business? That's what you asked? Okay.
Yeah. I haven't wanted to start a business for a while now. Actually, ever since I got my bracelet kit, people have been like talking to me about it, and it's like, why don't I do it? You know, because I actually have a friend at my school who started their own bracelet business. They've been going around the school selling bracelets to people. Kind of inspired me. So, yeah, cheers to her.
Cheers to yo, I like that. Cheers. She might be the new. We can't discuss that. We gotta have a meeting and everything. We can't. Would you like to be a part of our program?
Of course.
Look how she. Where did y'all find her? It's like so pleasant, but I know her. It's not always pleasant. Nope. But she is. They all are pleasant, very pleasant children. They are not the cleanest children all the time, but children can be like that at times. You know. Yeah, what you looking at? You be with them too. I forgot.
That's
We got
supposed to
the
mean?
show. Let's professionalism. My bad. I led y'all off on a straight. Let's get back to the podcast. Okay,
Yes.
That was my fault. We're back. So we love the bracelets. We seen them. You have a bracelet kit. We understand what inspired you to start your business. It is a resource. When you answered the last question, you kind of answered the question about why did you do what you do. So we kind of understand some of the inspiration, but is there any other reason why you make the bracelets, why you want to sell them? Is there anything that we're missing about why you do what you do?
Well, making bracelets is like one of my hobbies. So I feel like if I had a business, I would have a reason to make bracelets more. And I actually have a lot of bracelets that I made recently, and they're just sitting there inside of my kit. And I don't know what to do with them.
No, we need to sell them. We need a table. We need some Instagram commercials. Y'all got equipment. Y'all can make commercials.
I can actually use my Instagram to sell my bracelets.
Yes. And you could just you can DM a whole bunch of people like, yo, I sell bracelets. Here's a couple pictures of the bracelets. Support my business.
Right. But like, how would I sell them if they're online?
So online has a lot of different ways that you can sell stuff. So you put places like Amazon has an Amazon store. You can go apply for the store. I think it costs a certain amount of money to start an Amazon store, but a lot of those things, of course, we can Google it. And if you really want to know, Google Scholar it. But we could Google it. It's a lot of Johns like Shopify, Amazon. You can do a thing with your Cash App where it's like people DM you, ask you for the bracelets. You tell them how much it costs. They can Cash App you. Cash App provides a bunch of receipts and all of that. You can basically run a business through Cash App. They have the taxes that they do. It's a bunch of different things on Cash App you can do business wise. But online, you can simply have people DM you, put a couple advertisements on your Instagram. They DM you how many bracelets they want. Your advertisements should be clear on how much the bracelets cost. How do you deliver them, or do you send them on? Do you mail them?
That's my thing. How do I deliver them?
Well, you would have to have other people as a part of your business. I don't think that you would be able to necessarily deliver them by yourself to people's doors, but you do know a number of adults that when you do have to make a delivery, you can make a connect with them, maybe pay them gas money or something like that so they can take you back and forth.
Right.
But that's how you do that. And you have a bunch of adults around you that you can tap into and say, look, I have a delivery. Show them the DM, everything, the Cash App, everything that already happened. And it's like, I just need to deliver it. They're not going to tell you no. And then as we go along, we can make a lot of things formal. Like you can get the LLC. You can find out how much the kits cost. We can start doing that cost analysis on how much does it cost to make so many bracelets in one kit. So say you get one kit and you can make 30 bracelets. The kit probably costs $20, right? I don't know for sure. You know.
No, I don't know.
Well, we can find that out. That's important to the business. How much are your raw materials that you make your product out of? So once you find out how much your raw materials are, then you find out how much it costs to make your product, then you can see how much money you make. So say you get a kit, the kit costs $20. You can make 20 bracelets out of a kit. You sell your bracelets for $5. So now for every box, for every kit that costs $20, you make $80. In total, you make $100, but you got to cover the 20 for the kit. So when you buy a kit, you make $80 profit. You make $100 worth of revenue, but you only make $80 profit because you got to spend that additional 20 to get another kit because you want to do it again, right?
Right.
Okay. So we can get a little bit deeper into that information. We can set up the pop-up. We can do all of that stuff if that's what you want to do. Would you like to go down Clark Park and sell your bracelets?
I can.
You got time?
Well, I don't plan on doing anything this summer, so I have a lot of time.
Oh, you're a part of the program. You're doing something this summer. They didn't tell you? We jumped you in when you walked through the door. You can't.
Oh,
Can't
wow.
tell. Yeah. It happened.
And
It happened.
nobody
It
alerted me
happened.
about this.
It happened. So, does our co-host have any questions for our guest?
Not yet.
We're gonna have to work on this. We're really gonna have to work on this.
I'm still
He's okay.
thinking.
He did well last week. We have a bunch of weeks to do this. You know, got a lot of people coming along, a lot of guests coming along, workshops, all of that good stuff. So, I asked you why you do what you do. Is it anything that you would like people to just know about you? This is your opportunity to talk to my 10 million viewers. You're not gonna get this all the time.
Well, I like doing more than just making bracelets. I
Okay.
draw.
Would you say you're an artist, or you just like to draw as like relaxation, as fun?
I wouldn't say like an artist. I'm not that good yet, but
Right.
I am decent at at art.
But you take it serious. That's what you're saying. You enjoy your art. So what type of art are we talking about?
Well, I've more been getting into like drawing eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I have been getting better at that. Basically, I've been trying to draw like self-portraits.
Okay, like portrait art, like.
I'm trying to learn how to draw animals as well.
Okay,
I'm getting somewhere.
I like it. Like so. How did you get into art? How did you know that's something you like to do other than when they tell you to do it in art class or stuff like that?
Well, I think it was about like 5 or 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
My mom bought me like this book to use for school,
Mm-hmm.
like as for notes and stuff, right? But I had got bored one day and I was like, what if I draw something? I drew like a face.
Mm-hmm.
I showed it to my mom. She was like, that's very good. You should start drawing more. So then I picked up this hobby. I was like, I like drawing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of my hobbies. I draw a lot.
And she has a hobby. I just want people to step into that. Like, get a hobby. So what is the hobby? I love the fact that, and you're classifying it as a hobby. Like, this is what I do. I could probably do more, but I just like it as a hobby. So what is the importance for you to have a hobby? What is good about having a hobby for you?
Well, having a hobby for me is using it as something that I can relax myself with. Like, if I'm stressed or anything, I usually either make a bracelet or I pick up my sketchbook and I draw.
Do y'all hear this? How old are you again?
11.
She's 11. I know how old you is. I just want the people to know. The 10 million people got to know how old you are. They're going to be interested in you after this. So the art thing is more of like a healing thing.
Yeah.
It's relaxation, healing. Do you ever get lost in your art? Like, do you ever start drawing and forget how much time has passed? Like, you just be in it?
Yeah, that actually does happen a few times.
Mm-hmm. Do you like that feeling, or you don't like when it's like you forget about what's going on and you just transfix on that?
Well, it's only certain times that it usually happens,
Mm-hmm.
but it does feel good. You know, nice feeling.
The thumbs up. I like it. Listen. I wish our host, our other host, was like as intrigued as I am about all this information that we're taking in about our guests. Listen. I've been doing this for 4 years. This is easily one of our best guests. You don't have any questions?
How did you get into drawing?
Oh my God! I just asked that.
She just explained.
Are you listening? You're not listening. We're gonna have to have a conversation after the show, buddy, because you're not listening to the guests. Let's rewind the tape. She's a really good guest, so I think she's willing to answer the question again. How did you get into drawing?
Okay, so about 5 or 6 years ago, my mom bought me a sketchbook to like take notes for school. And as I was taking my notes, I was thinking, what if I draw something?
Mm-hmm.
I drew a face.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it to my mom, and she was like, this is very good. I should get into drawing more.
Right.
So I started drawing like more often, and that's I got into
And
drawing.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
And we found out it's healing, it's relaxing. You know what I'm saying? Do you have anything that you do that relaxes you? Host, guest host, co-host, partner, friend. Help me
Flipping.
out. Flipping. I haven't seen you flip in a while. Can you backflip?
No.
We got to work on that. You can't really say you can flip if
I
you
could
can't
do a
backflip.
front flip. I guess.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're gonna have to work on a backflip because you can't really announce that you can flip unless you can backflip. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. Ask backflippers. You met
Mocha.
yes.
Yeah.
I was a former backflipper.
I bet you if you ask Moke what constitutes flipping, he's gonna say you have to be able to backflip. So we're gonna have to work on it. We got a lot of grass in a lot of places. We not have to worry about going to chop. I think you're athletic enough that you can pull it off.
Ira could do a backflip.
I know. I seen him do it for the first time when we was at the spot in South Philly. I can't think of the name of it. It was the first time he did it. See, I was there.
He did it multiple times.
We gotta find him, y'all. We gotta put the search party out on him. Okay. But that's another conversation because we do a lot of other work. We don't just host podcasts. You know, we do community stuff. These young people do community work. They've cleaned up blocks. They've given out food. They've given out clothes. They've helped people with resources at the center. They've done a lot of stuff. Hey, y'all got some stuff. Y'all did some stuff.
That was in the past.
I mean, we kind of still. They just cleaned up yesterday. I mean, it's excited. I was excited. So, because the host, he's warming up. He's starting to get there. Do you have any other questions as the guest host for the guests? None? Now, see, this is the problem. We have an hour show. So this is why Uncle Drew always talk about reading, watching documentaries, opening up your information base. Because we're only 15 minutes in. We still got 45 minutes of show left. It's 4 people and we don't have anything interesting to talk about. The guest, we can't just link. She might be a talkative guest. She may give us about 30 minutes of conversation. But at some point, we have to kind of egg her on, if you will. So you have to be able to think of questions while you're listening to what's being said. Some people have questions preset. So I have 3 questions that are preset, which y'all already know. Who are you? Why you do what you do? Oh, who are you? What is your resource? Why do you do what you do? And that kind of opened up the conversation. But once you're listening, you got to be thinking of things to ask them because we have to go along with the time. We have to make sure that we can fill our time. We wouldn't be able to just sit up here and be like, so don't nobody got nothing to say? And everybody like, nah, I don't got nothing to say. And we just sit here looking at the camera. You can't do that. And because I'm explaining to y'all about podcasting, this costs money actually. Yes, I see your face change. Yes, your uncle pays for this. I'm never up here for free. So that's a part of doing a show. So another way that y'all can podcast wouldn't cost y'all anything. Like, well, it would because you got to pay for your phone. You got to pay for the phone. Because you could go live and say, this is my podcast. I'm going live from wherever you at. Set it up and start chopping it up. Set up whatever you want your setup to be. It could just be you and somebody standing there. It could be an elaborate setup with backdrops and tablecloths and all that, which we're going to have when we do our live stuff. When we go interview people out in the community, you know, walking around with the Gildens all up in people's faces with the cameras. They will be recording. But it's a bunch of different ways that y'all can do it. This is one of those ways where you don't want to waste your time because you're paying for it. Whatever you do, you're going to be paying for it. If we got stuff for the house and podcasts and live stream from the house, you still got to pay for that. And then the additional thing is you paying for electricity and all of these other things, your Wi-Fi, to be able to do this at your house. So if you're going to do it, you're going to spend some level of money. So you don't want to waste your money. So in order to not waste your money, you have to be prepared. One of the reasons why y'all don't ever see me like reading from stuff, because I've pretty much already done a lot of the reading. And now the stuff that I've read is just coming up in conversation. And that's why I can get up here and literally talk for an hour and not be wasting your time. Unless it's just some information that you don't want to know. And what black people don't want to know about black people? I don't know black people like that. Are y'all those type of black people? Y'all don't like to hear about black people?
I love black people.
I do.
My guy. The host came through, y'all. Did you hear him? Tell them again.
I love black people.
There you go. See, the whole family. It don't take a lot. It don't take a lot to redeem yourself in this business. I'm telling you, it don't take a lot. So, as the guest, because our hosts are trying to figure some things out, you know what I'm saying? Why would you do this? Would you be willing to do this? Would you want a podcast and talk to people?
Well, if I wasn't camera shy, I probably would.
Wait, apparently you're not that camera shy because we've been having a pretty good
I forced her
conversation
to
on
come up
camera.
here.
Yeah.
So I think you're doing a good job.
He made me do this.
And then he comes up here and doesn't. I don't understand. It keeps. But cool. But he did do one thing. He did do a thing right. As the host of a show, you have to go get guests. I mean, for me, when I come on the show and talk about myself, is like therapeutic. I always tell people that, like, I can say whatever I want. That's the other thing about paying for it. I can say whatever I want. So that's that's an important part, ownership to this. So, would you like to do this going forward? Would you like to host?
Yes.
You? Yeah, we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it on Thursday when we have our workshop days and all that good stuff. We're gonna do the public speaking class, so I'll help y'all out with that. I'm giving y'all a little bit of that right now. So, school. I would like to know about school. You know, adults always ask children about school. I mean, it's just in our culture. We have to do it. Even though I don't particularly believe in our school district, not saying that there's not any good schools in the city, but literacy rates in the city say none of y'all are not that good. I'm just saying. People have been living in Philadelphia their whole lives, and 52% of adults, if I got this correct, are functionally illiterate. Or something to that sort. Go look it up. Because the person will be like, it's not 52%, it's 40%. That can't read, and you're arguing that. That's crazy. Because think about 40% of 1.5 million people. That's a lot of people. You're coming in contact with those people every day, the people who can't read. And they function like they can't read. And y'all don't know that now, but y'all going to see it. You're going to see the difference between people who you know can read fluently and people who you know don't read. You'll see a difference in the way that they act. You'll see the difference in the way they move through their life. That simple thing. So I want y'all to always remember that. There's a difference between people who can read and how they function in the world and people who can't read for whatever reason. Whatever reason they can't read. It's going to be a stark difference in how those people operate in the world. So, school. What grade is everybody going to? I know y'all don't want to talk about school because summer
I'm
just
going to fourth grade.
The host. I like the host. He's going to fourth grade.
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade? Okay, okay.
I'm going to the eighth.
What schools? I need schools. What schools?
Mead.
Mead. What school you going to? You don't know?
I do know. I don't
You don't want to go there?
know. But it's Avery D. Harrington.
Oh yeah, I know Harrington. I'm from around there. I'm from Southwest. I didn't go to Harrington. I went to Turner. I didn't go to Harrington. I went to Mead actually. That's a funny thing. I went to Mead and then I came to Southwest Philly and went to Turner. I'm from Southwest though. For anybody that's thinking, well, you came from? No, I ain't came from nowhere. From Southwest. So we have Harrington, legendary school. Shout out to my man Maj. Happy birthday to Maj. Happy birthday, Maj. Happy birthday, my brother Stan. I love y'all brothers. But Maj know he from Southwest. Legendary school. So, Harrington, 6th grade, right? What grade?
Mead fourth.
Mead 4th. What about you?
Me eighth.
We got anybody else in school in here? Can we give her the mic? What school? What grade? Now she want to be on the camera. There you go. You on camera. Yeah, we see you. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to seventh grade.
They can't see you though. Slide over so they can see you. What's your name? Tell them
My
your
name is Sarah the Best, and I'm going to seventh grade at Mead.
Okay. Now this is the person who was hiding earlier. And now she's on the camera. It doesn't take long. So, is anybody going to summer? Are you in school, ma'am?
I'm going to summer camp.
Can we get a mic for the social media manager, please? Can you tell us who you are, how old you are? What is your school experience right now? Yes.
I'm going to CCA and I'm going to the 11th grade.
Okay. All right, you have somebody else in the building. He just came in. Give him the microphone.
You?
Age, name, school.
My name is Anwar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 18.
Mm-hmm.
CCA.
Okay. Anything else?
Nah, I don't got
All right, I like it. They moving around. So, so don't call the camera. Give him the microphone. Let him know he's in the building. He's seen everybody introducing themselves. Are you coming from work? Yeah, whatever. Tell them who you are, man. Yeah, you're on camera. I got 10 million viewers. You ain't know your uncle had 10 million viewers. Tell them who you are.
I'm going to be on here eventually. I'm just trying to, make arrangements. But, we in the building.
We in the building. Yeah, pass the mic. Sit down somewhere, please. Thank you. I appreciate you. These are all the people in the program. Man, get off the camera, man. So, and we got more. So one of the things I want people to know, we're going to be doing this all summer. August 31st is the end date. We will be up here every Tuesday figuring out how to do this podcast thing, getting some therapy, getting some information, having some good conversation. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see how y'all get to see how these young people grow over the summer. We will be doing the workshops. I will be teaching some. I have some other people teaching the workshops. The thing that I really look forward to is us going and covering events on the weekends. Us going and covering events on the weekend, hearing y'all interview people, walk around, enjoy these events, be a part of them, and just setting up the table and everything. The other thing that I want is we will reps. I talk more about reps than they talk about it, but what I've learned is you really do have to make things real for people. So they got a logo, but we need the LLC. We need some materials. We need money. Anybody want to support my young people? Send the money. Is that the donation to them? Did we just put out the donation? Yeah, send the money. The children. We're doing this thing. You want to come and see what's going on? Be a part of it. Support us. That's what we need you to do. Be a part of it. So, how did you hear about the program? Who told you about this?
Zakia.
Okay, Z.
Actually, I'm
Z.
here with her.
Okay.
I was coming to work with her today.
Coming to work with. I like how you said that. I enjoy that. Coming to work with her. Was she ready for work today?
Yes.
Okay, she made
wasn't.
it. She was here on time, so it's all good. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, is it anything Z would like to say to the people as the social media manager? Is it anything? Nothing? You don't have anything to say to the folks? Anything? Just anything that you got on your mind? People would like to hear your opinion. You're a young black girl in Philadelphia. That's a very important place to be. I'm telling you. Now you don't got nothing to say because I said you're a black girl. You're a young black girl in Philadelphia. That put too much pressure on you. That's like my man cutting sheetrock and got flustered. We ain't gonna talk about it though. Whoa, really? He was cool. Whoa. Bro, I said I didn't even what? You about to tell on yourself, people. Right. Go ahead, you already did. So I enjoyed doing this. Oh, this is what I want to say, and I apologize I probably should have took all of y'all, but it was kind of like I got a lot of different things going on. So I do a collective resistance class. I teach a collective resistance class with the Defenders Association. They had a class for interns today, and we had, shout out to everybody from CCP. Shout out to my man Theo. So this is the importance of information. Black people. It's like, no. This, I just like fucking with people. Oh, shit. So, I went there because I started working with the Defenders organization because I met a brother while I was going to CCP. I am going back to CCP for behavioral health. We were in a positive youth development class together. I already had a lot of experience doing restorative justice, doing research, being in school before. Learning is my happy place. So anyway, me and his brother had a bunch of conversations. What intrigued him was my information. So he wound up getting a job. I think he works at the Defender now, or he might just be an intern. A little bit of both. He probably is a paid intern at this point at the Defenders Association. And if you don't know about the Defenders Association, this is a legal organization or a law organization where I like to call community law. Mainly, it seems like they work for everybody because there's a bunch of lawyers as advocates, but they mainly work with young people as a part of the juvenile justice system. And the fact that we shouldn't have a juvenile justice system. That locking young people up doesn't work. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't make young people better. It doesn't make the community safer. I know no juvenile detentions that are producing stellar young people. It's not happening. What they're doing is abusing them and sending them out even worse, traumatizing them. But me and his brother meet. We have conversation. I express to him through conversation the things that I learned. He gets an opportunity. They say that it's an opportunity for someone else. He tells them about me. They call me. I wind up knowing their executive director from work, being on the show. We're being down Glockaware, running into him in the community doing the work. Now I've been teaching a collective resistance curriculum as a part of the Defenders, one of their cohorts, for probably, I would say, about 4 or 5 months now. And that all came off of information because I had a conversation with somebody. He respected my information. And when an opportunity presented itself, I don't have a PhD. I don't have a bachelor's. As I told you, I met him in a college class. And again, this is what information does. You have people are paying attention when you talk. So let it be filled with stuff that makes sense. Have good conversation, not mindless conversation. Because we had good conversation, it turned into an opportunity for me to teach other young people. He didn't even know what he actually did for me by putting me in position with the Defenders Association. Like the money part, the opportunity part, dope, needed all day long. But being able to do something that I love to do because I have information, that's the dope part of it. And being able to talk to that brother, that black man, making opportunity for another black man, around information, that is a dope feeling. So the importance of information today is opportunities are built from that. If you stand around people and you don't know what to say, you don't say anything, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to get too many opportunities. Majority of opportunities in this world that we live in now come from being able to communicate. Somebody told me, and they were very right, I will not say their name, but 50% of the job, the mission, is communication. If you can communicate, you can definitely get in the door, and then you can figure everything else out from there. Everybody, y'all falling asleep? People falling? How y'all falling asleep on the show? Oh, wow. Y'all some chill. How I got more energy than y'all?
I'm not falling asleep.
I'm putting y'all to sleep, so this is the thing. What is the reason why you want to do this program?
It's fun.
Okay. I'll take that one word answer. I like it. What about you?
I'm on TV.
Not talking as the host. Making me do all the talking. You and Maj, man. You and Maj, man. Yeah, you were supposed to be preparing. You wanted to be the host. You should have been preparing. Like, all right, what I want to talk about. I got to be engaging. I got to have a little spill who I am. But it's only week 2. It's week 3, actually. We'll get it. We'll get it. So, now that you've been here a little bit, we got some other stuff that we do too. What is something that you think we can add to the program? How about that? Just based off of a little bit, you know.
I don't know.
And no dead air. One of the reasons why I keep talking is not because I just like to hear my voice, even though my voice is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Yeah. But anyway, it's not because I want to keep hearing my voice. It's because there's a thing called dead air. Dead air being this. That's dead air. If you are doing a show where you're supposed to be communicating with your crowd or whoever is the people that's watching, you can't have any dead air. So if you don't have the ability to talk for an hour, what should you probably do?
I'm tired.
Come on the show.
No, make your show 30 minutes. Make it 40 minutes. It's your show. You can make it 20 minutes. You could do 20-minute snippets and like do a quick 20-minute interview with somebody, get some really good information, and then just post it. So it's not really a time frame for the interview, but you would think the longer you talk to the person, the more content you would get, the more that the people who are watching it would enjoy it. So you could do your show 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. The other thing is you could pre-record. We could pre-record. Like what we'll do at the house, we'll pre-record. And then we could put it out. So I got the cameras and all that. So this is live. Like people are literally watching it right now, and then people will go back and watch it later. And then you can also pre-record your podcast. The other thing you can do to your podcast is you can just use the audio. So again, the importance of being able to hold the conversation.
So like on the radio.
Yes, they do like they have podcast apps. So you can get the app, and I will be able to take the audio from this show and just download it on the podcast app, and then the podcast app would situate my content based on what it is. So if I was talking about sports, they will put me on the advertisement next to their sports podcast, so people can go and look and see what sports podcast. If it was about politics, they will organize me next to the podcast that talk about politics, and so forth and so on. So if you was talking about movies and music, they would situate you. So, and it would just be your audio. So you can also podcast just with the audio. It's a lot of podcasting going on like that. I feel like majority of podcasting might be really, even though people see podcasting and see us being visual, most of it probably, if I'm not mistaken, we can go and look it up, is probably actually audio. Like folks listening to these podcasts. So my viewers listen, they get high energy on here. Like I go from the time I come on to the time I go off. So y'all need coffee? Y'all need a Red Bull? Like,
I'm just cold.
you cold? Oh, see,
I'm tired.
you tired from what?
Yeah.
What are you tired from? You tired too?
No.
I was about to say, what the hell? How you tired? From what? What did you do today that made you so tired?
I ran.
Ran where? Here? From the house?
No.
We walking from the house. We walking from here back to the house. Nobody told y'all?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. How's any?
Excuse me, I gotta stop cursing. I ain't gonna lie. When I'm in normal time, I do a lot of yelling at them. Not a lot. But some curse words come out from time to time. So I'm trying to get back to that. I'm gonna work on that while we're working on understanding how to podcast. Are y'all offended by curse words?
No.
Of course you're not, because you all curse. And what are you making that face for? I know you do. All of this pleasant talk you doing on here. I've heard you.
Wow.
I've been in some places when you ain't know I was around there. I heard you in the driveway before.
What
You've
driveway?
never cursed in the driveway.
What driveway?
You never cursed
What
in the driveway around Pentridge Street.
No.
What
Yes.
are you? Come on. Come on. Okay, she's trying to hold to it, but I know all of you have cursed. I've cursed in the driveway at your age.
Crazy.
So I know you cursed in the driveway.
I have.
I've heard you though. You didn't know I was sitting on Miss Joyce's porch.
Who's Miss Joyce?
See, you don't know everybody in your
I do know.
neighborhood.
I do know Miss Joyce.
Yeah, I was sitting on her porch. I heard you. It was bad. I was heartbroken. I didn't know you cursed like that. That was wild. But okay, moving on to the next thing. What are you making faces for? You was with her, cursing too. I've heard you curse. What? Yeah, get out of here. Yeah. As you sit on your mother. Yeah, she curses. I think you know that.
Oh, I don't even do that.
Oh wow, it's getting real. Are you breaking the equipment? That's the other part of podcasting. You can't podcast if your equipment is broke. We cannot podcast if the equipment is broke. So, we're gonna get away from the cursing in the driveway. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But I heard you, and I was on Miss Joyce's porch.
What were you doing on Miss Joyce's porch?
Do you know Miss Joyce's granddaughter is my daughter? Yes, Jackie is my daughter.
I don't know who that is.
You know who Jackie is. You'll see her. She knows who you
No, I
are.
don't.
She knows you and you know her. When you see her, you're going to be like, oh, I know her. That's how you're going to say it too.
Are you sure?
Oh, I know her. Yes, I'm sure.
I'm
sure
sure
you know
you're
Jackie.
sure.
I'm sure when you see her, you're going to be like, I know her. I'm telling you. I guarantee it.
I don't believe you.
All right. You don't have to believe
You
me.
know Jackie.
Who is Jackie?
Who is Jackie?
The lady that be hanging
She don't
on
know
her
about Saki,
knees.
She got blonde braids in her head.
Yes. What is the baby's name?
I think I know who you're talking about.
No, Malcolm's daughter.
Ryan.
Ryan's aunt.
I think I know.
Wow,
I might. I don't.
Hey man,
You do.
I'm not the one you're
I
forgetting.
think I do.
You remember me when I come around, even when you didn't remember my name. You was like, hey, I know you. I know you
Yeah.
too.
Well, now I can't forget you. You're
See,
always
that's-
around.
Hey, listen, that's what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be around, doing good stuff. I guess. I hope I'm around doing good stuff. So, that was a pretty interesting conversation. It allowed me to know you don't know your neighborhood.
I really don't. I'm in the house most of the time.
Oh wow, you're a
She's
homebody?
always in the house.
Yeah, I like being in the house.
That's what's up. I didn't say it like it was wrong. I like being in the house sometimes. I do like being in the house.
I mean, I do go outside. Like sometimes I play with my friends.
with your friends, you got friends?
Yeah, of course I got
I'm
friends.
asking. Listen, people be saying they don't got friends and stuff these days. All of this stuff that you're saying to me is very encouraging.
I have friends that live around the corner from me.
Mhm.
I have friends who live like far away, but somehow manage to still come and see me. Somehow,
They your age?
of course. They
And
go,
you said
they go
what,
to my
like
school.
okay, you said because they travel kind of far for 11, 10, and 11 and 12-year-olds,
They
right?
like sometimes they use their bikes, or sometimes their parents drive them.
Oh, yo, people must like you. They get their parents to drive you. Oh, wow. They drive their bikes from far away. You know that's eco-friendly, driving your bike. It's good for the environment. It's too many cars in Philadelphia. Do y'all think there's a lot of cars in the city?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Man, thank you. They really, that was quick too, because I say it all the time. It's too many cars. And it's not good for the environment. And y'all lazy. All y'all lazy people. That's why they be arguing over parking spots, because they don't want to walk down the street.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do y'all think people should argue over parking
My
spots?
uncle
No.
is like that. Like I
Just
went,
don't
I went
care.
with my
Find a new
grandma
one.
this weekend,
Mhm.
and when we got there, my uncle said that there wasn't a parking spot in front of the house, so he was complaining that we had to park all the way at the top of the block, and we had to walk down.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with walking. Walking is good. Walking to save your life.
I mean-
walk more.
I can get him a little bit because he was carrying like a bunch of heavy bags,
Okay.
and then at that time he still had to carry my cousin because she's only 3 years old.
Okay, I got
So-
you. That makes sense. But y'all do know what I'm talking about as far as like people don't like to park down the street because they don't want to walk for real, and then they make it somebody else's issue. Like he's in front of my park. I want to let y'all know, y'all don't own the street. That house the street not yours. There's no such thing as a parking spot, really. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. Don't beat me up because people they will rumble you over the parking spot.
Oh yeah.
But I just want to let y'all know, it's not yours. There's no such thing as a parking spot on your block. I'm telling you, huh? Yeah, that's a crazy thing too. You have people who have actual garages and driveways will still argue about this imaginary parking spot, even though they got an actual parking spot that really is theirs. Your garage or the driveway. But you will fight somebody over the street in front of your house. That's not real. It's not yours. And if you have any type of disability or malady or you're older, what should they do?
Find a new parking spot.
Nah, it's something that they can do.
Well,
Go to handicap.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can get with the city and get a free. Nobody pays for the handicap signs. Not that I
Okay.
know of. Do
If
they pay
you
for them? They pay for those? Oh wow. Well, listen. If you don't want to walk and you want to have some ownership, you just bought your parking spot.
well,
Oh, so it's not just yours. Now we getting some more information because I thought the ones that's on a block, but then that's kind of because that's just their block and people know and they just don't have an issue with it. But if I pull up, damn, I could take your spot and argue about it because I paid for my joint too. So then you still, even when you pay your money, you don't get the parking spot. It's not really yours because now anybody that pays their money to get it can get in your spot on your block. Why? It further proves my point. It's not yours. The street is not yours. What, you about to say something?
yeah. There is this thing. My friend's mom does. She has these 2 cones that she puts in front of her house, and whenever she's like coming back from where she's going, she gets my friend to move the cone and she parks her car
The
there.
part.
And
That's
no-
like the trash can, the chair. People use
Yeah.
trash can chair.
Use
Isn't that illegal now? Didn't they pass a law about that or something?
I am not sure.
I mean, hey, it's always been illegal. That's what you said.
It's always been illegal.
It's illegal to do that.
Really?
Well, yeah, because the street is not yours. So how dare you block the highway? Because that's when we're going to get into that too. Your street is probably a highway. It's probably a route of some sort. So what I want to understand is, do y'all think that if it's in front of your house, it should be considered your parking spot?
No.
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 Okay, y'all don't want to fight over parking spots,
Absolutely not.
and y'all agree that it's too many cars in the city.
Yes.
And I'm telling y'all that's not environmentally friendly, and it breeds a level of laziness.
Can I pose a question?
Yes, you can.
Because the streets don't belong to us, why do the sidewalks? Like, because we can't have our parking spots, then why, if somebody trips on the sidewalk, are you responsible for it?
Because I think, and y'all will have to go look this up, but zoning says the sidewalk probably is yours. If this is a residential,
It still does, the sidewalk doesn't belong to you. It's
Right.
the city's public property, but you are responsible for the sidewalk in front
that
of your
you
house.
pay for that. You pay to maintain the city sidewalk when you purchase your house. That's what that sounds like. I'm not saying that's actually what it is, but that's what it sounds like. When you buy your house, because you're buying your house, that's yours, unless they can play some eminent domain stuff or whatever, but that's another conversation. But it sounds like you're paying when you buy a house to maintain the city's property, which is the sidewalk. If you can get sued for tripping on the city sidewalk. Could you argue that in court, that this is not my sidewalk, this is the city sidewalk? That would be a dope joint. That would be dope.
Yes.
So I do have something to say since our guest who has been an amazing guest, even though she's freezing cold, and we haven't taken care of that in no way. Horrible host. Can somebody provide a jacket or something for our guest? I apologize for that. Normally we supposed to be on top of that, so those type of things, and you did tell me that's something that was going on with you. But she been riding like a trooper. We really appreciate her bringing and being a part of the program. She got jumped in. So the one thing that I want everybody to understand about the program is, like, you will see mainstays, and that's PSA program. You will see mainstays like Walid, Hassan. I think Chris will be coming back pretty frequently. Z, Anwar, Yasera. Are you going to be coming back?
Probably.
Probably.
I might.
I know you might. You coming. She done. She in it. She in it. She shouldn't have sat in that seat. Now she a part of it. She learned the video and interview and do all the stuff. You're going to have fun, though.
I'll talk to my mom about it.
I don't think your mom's going to mind, to be honest. I know your mom. I don't think she's going to mind. If you be like, I'm doing a show with Mr. Jarue or Uncle Jarue, whichever one, I don't think she would mind that either. It's not going to be a problem. She already knows. She's one of the 10 million.
Really?
But, yeah, she is.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Say hi to the whole family. I know everybody. Chuck. I know some people. Pork. Diane. Dara.
These people.
I know these people. I knew them before you did.
I know all of you. People.
Margaret. Hi everybody. Uncle James. Uncle Mike. Gary. Hi everybody. Am I missing anybody? Devon. I know everybody. I know them before you know them. Am I missing some people? Yes, I do. I know her too.
Yeah, she could be watching.
Yes, she could be. Nicole, Claudia. Yeah. Huh? 10 million. Salute to the Glockaware fan. I appreciate you. So we have carried the show. It's been an hour. We got like 15 minutes. Yeah, look, there go the clock right there. I look at it. We have carried
I can't tell the
the
time on the
host.
clock.
What? We have to. Oh no, we have to do a show on that. So before we go too far, because stuff like this makes my brain do all kinds of things.
I've learned about it.
We gotta read it. We gotta read it. No digital stuff.
it.
So what I want y'all to understand about that, I know it feels like convenience, but you're shutting something off in your brain not to know how to do it, and that will show you how to do other things. So being able to read that clock can show you how to calibrate something, because it looks like a clock. There's a bunch of things that learning how to read a clock will translate to. If you turn it off, your brain is not doing it no more. What is that doing? Limiting you. It's limiting your communication. It's limiting your understanding, which means it's limiting your reach.
I know how to tell time.
That's a great thing. I appreciate it. What time is it?
My teacher taught me how to tell time.
What time do it say? On the spot. He said he's going to 4th grade. Yes, you gotta handle the pressure. This is amazing. Y'all don't understand how amazing this is to me, because to see people not know how to tell time is crazy to me. Not saying that there's anything wrong. They're just not being taught it because it's not necessary, because we have digital clocks. But the fact that they don't, it's like writing cursive.
4:45.
My guy, we almost up out of here. You got like 15 minutes, my guy. That's crazy. I would have never believed the time would have came where we didn't read the clock no more. Yo, Benjamin Banneker would be disappointed. Y'all know who Benjamin Banneker is?
No.
Look it up. Look it up. And when we come on the show next week, I'm gonna remember that I asked it, so somebody's gonna have to know. Okay? It's on record. I know. I can go back and look at the show and know like who Benjamin Banneker. Do you know? If anybody knows, we can get it done today. That is disheartening. But we're gonna figure it out. Huh?
His name is.
Okay, cool.
His name is Benjamin.
Critical thought
what?
though. He like, well shit, we don't know. He did say Google Scholar. Yes, thinking. I like it. So Benjamin Banneker is, I'm not telling you. He's going to tell you. But he was an amazing guy. He's a genius. I will tell you that. He's a multi-genius at that. And he's responsible for some dope stuff. Yes, indeed.
He's
an architect. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Benjamin Banneker did the almanac, right? He did the first almanac. He designed some of the buildings in the city, and Benjamin Banneker was a clockmaker. He was a, He invented the clock. He was a clockmaker. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you need to know, because that's coursing through your brains. It's in your DNA. You have the ability to be a mathematician. You do. An architect. You do. I can tell. Huh? He was a black man. Yes, he was. During the time of slavery, when we were captives. So it was a lot of trauma going on. His brain was still going crazy. So, because we don't want any dead air, we got like 15 minutes. Do anybody have anything they would like to close out with?
How do we know he was black in our past life?
In the what?
In our past life.
In the past life? Bro, we don't deal in the past life.
What?
We don't do that. That's some, no.
We're born black. So we're black.
No, you're black. Don't worry about it. We can get into the origin story. I would love to do listen, based off of y'all questions, we can go in a lot of directions with this. I would love that. So, are you going to be on camera this time? Or are you just going to talk on the mic? Which one you going to do? Okay. Grab the mic. Tell the people, get in the camera, let them see who you
I
are.
have a question for the guests.
Okay.
When you start your business, copy one of your employees.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Me too. I know how to make the bracelets.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that y'all want to work for this black woman. I love it. So
She's more than just black.
What are we talking about?
Mixed with a lot of things.
No, she's black. I said it. Yeah, she's black. Yeah, this is the black little girl. She has some other things going on. We all do, but she's black. Okay, we're gonna get it kind of clear. Unless her mom come over here and be like, no, she this, and then me and her mom will have that conversation about identity. Something I love to talk about. I know you are. I heard you talking. I see how you're moving. You're definitely black. So, what was your question again? One more time.
When she starts her business, can I be one of her employees?
All right. So I knew what that was. We don't want to be employees. We want to be partners. That's what we want to be. Y'all want to be partners. Now, she's the one that came up with the idea. So there should be a certain understanding about her percentage. There should be a certain understanding on how much she leads what's going on. But y'all should be partners. And it's called more of, it's a co-op, right? When the people who work for the business are also owners. I got to remember the name of it. I want to say co-op, but it's another name for it. Maybe y'all could look that up too. Employee owner systems. I think Save-A-Lot goes by this. Save-A-Lot operates like this. Like the folks who work there are either shareholders. They're not necessarily owners. They do own a part, but they don't own a commanding percentage to be able to tell everybody what to do. But when the store makes monies and they make money off the investment, the things that are being sold, and they work there. So that's the type of relationship that we want to have. We want to be like working partners, kind of all employees. Did you just yawn on the show?
Yes.
Oh, we gotta work on you, guy. Do you know yawning is contagious? You could have made everybody yawn. That would have looked. Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. She yawned. It's contagious. But I'm hosting. I'm gonna fight it. I've worked my way through that whole yawning is contagious thing. You can't make me yawn. No, it's not gonna happen. So, but we talking about partnerships. And what is it called? Nobody knows. It's a co-op. I'm saying co-op, but it's called something else.
Co-owner?
Co-owner, yeah, but it's kind of like the people who work also own the place, and it's a name for it. Well, I like to talk about collaborative economics. That's just all of us working together, but that's not necessarily the same thing. So we'll figure that part out. We'll get to that. I can't go to the books right now. The word is not coming to me. I know exactly what I'm trying to say, but that's what we're going to talk about. That's what we want to do as business. Do you want to be a part of Reps? Did they offer you to be a part of their business?
Nah, I'm not sure what it's about.
You don't know? Oh, she said, I don't know. You talking about offering stuff. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, me neither.
What? I don't think you was a part of it, though.
I'm not.
Yeah, you can be, though.
Management person over here disagreed, said that it was explained to her
Oh, wow.
prior to coming today.
What?
She prepped you. She said she prepped you.
No,
And
you didn't.
Oh, my
Said all of that earlier.
When?
she said she prepped you.
Coming to pick me up.
You did not say anything about that.
Okay. I like that answer. We're going to wait. She basically told you, I will talk to you when we get off the show. Okay? We got a little bit of time left.
I don't remember this.
Okay, listen. We are all of our memory. I can't even get it out. I see. I can't even talk right now. Y'all done messed the whole show up. All of our memories. No, that's not what I was about to say. It's not memories. What is the word about reminding or remembering stuff? Y'all see, this is why y'all gotta learn more words. So when I don't have the word, y'all have it, and we can flow.
Thoughts?
We all forget stuff. It happens.
Reminder?
We got a lot of stuff going on. Is it a reminder? Your memory. That's the word I was looking for. Memory.
Wasn't it?
Huh?
You said it and then said it wasn't it.
Yeah, listen, a lot going on. A lot. So, this is the thing. Excuse me, y'all. We're about to close out the show. So, again, she had a question for the guests. Do anybody have any closing remarks, comments, anything?
I still love black people.
I love it. You want to steal my John so bad. He want to end the show with it so bad. That's what you trying to tell me? I got you. So, so I appreciated this. I appreciated our guests. Can you let everybody know who you are? Maybe your Instagram handle, social media, where they can find you if you want to be found. I know you like to stay in the house, so.
I don't know my Instagram by heart. I don't really know any of my socials by heart.
So you don't want people to find you, actually.
I'll probably have it by the next time I come here.
Okay. Look, she's coming back. See, that's a good John. I like it. Did you have a good time today?
Yes,
That was dope. I did too. I thought you were really great, guys. You're very insightful. What do we got going on here? This is how this works. We got to get out of here, man, because this is about to go left, and we don't want it to go left. But again, we appreciated you as a guest. We thought you were very insightful. You gave great answers to your questions. We learned a lot about you today. That's a good thing. My 10 million viewers learned a lot about you today. Yes, they did. So this is PSA Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support, Grace, Social Activism, Resources, and Art. I am the assist. African Support and Strength, Inspiration, and Success together. Go ahead.
I love black people.
That's what we do.